Hello and welcome back to Boring Dad Gaming, where today we're going to be playing some more Cyberknight's Flashpoint. I think we're going to go straight out and do the pending heist, actually. So this is our hacking heist, so it's a solo job for Fig. So we get 119k for completing the job, which seems pretty good. Plus our contact Shaduke. We'll gain power level, bit of trust, and some influence. So it seems well worthwhile, particularly for the cash. We've got a bit in the bank at the moment, but more is always welcome. So your Face's Dealmaker talent has boosted this job's price. Okay, well that's cool. An abandoned way station in the underbelly of the dome provides a hacker's haven. From this safe place, we need to quickly spike the CPU before disappearing back into the Undercity. Hacking required green matrix host. I think that's fine. So yeah, so we're going to add Fig, obviously. I don't think... I'm expecting it to sort of start in the Matrix, to be honest, as it's a solo mission. But we'll find out. We might have to get to a... Okay, so she's already here. This terminal has the Matrix cords plugged in for the target Matrix relay. I'm ready to hack. If I need some pre-hacked juice, I better take it now. If you can't pull it off, head for the exit and get out of there. Someone on the team will pick you up. Okay. You know what to do, Fig. Jack in and get cutting. This rush never gets old. Dropping in. Okay, so click on it. So we complete the mission before the end of turn 4 is interesting. What size of network are we dealing with? It's actually fairly small, which is cool. Let's load in our program. We'll do a scan. So obviously we'll go around. I guess pick a direction. So why don't we go this way? Hop over there. We'll scan it. It's the SPU. Interesting. But let's get rid of that. It's got active things. Let's load that in. Hop over there. We'll scan. So what's this? Network endpoint. Let's deal with this first. So, do we want to deceive or attack? Let's worry about the escalation stuff. So there we go. That's done. Let's download the blueprint. Now, I guess we'll hop over there and scan. It doesn't really got anything there for us, has it? And why have I lost my things? I have the passive one though, and that's kind of the main one we need here. Let's do that. Download a couple of... Oh, we've got a trap. We've triggered it. Do I have to come all the way back to heat? Why can't I? Oh, I see. So why don't we boost ourselves? And I'll take that. Let's go over here. Let's disarm the trap. We'll download the two things. Oh, it's not bad for a first turn. Remember, we're trying to get out in 4. I'd say we've done maybe 45% of the hack in turn 1, which is pretty good. Let's do another turn. So let's load in our scanner. So we need an active one loaded in. Let's hop over, we'll scan it. So no traps here. So let's get rid of that one first, then take that, then we'll download a couple of thingies. Looking good so far. Let's hop over. We'll do another scan. No trap. We need to load in the passive though. Yeah, let's get rid of that first, and that. Ooh, okay, we've escalated up to level 2. Not too worried about that. There we go. Then we'll hop down here, scan it. Just a passive, which we can sleaze. Let's load in our scan again. Hop down here, scan. I'm guessing this is the CPU. But let's get rid of that. And we're out of AP. So yeah. Yeah, let's end it there. That's turn 2. So we're almost done. We'll get done this turn, I expect. So let's load in... Oh, okay. Yeah, let's load in that. Hopefully it doesn't have a passive. Let's go over. Scan. It does have a passive. Okay, but we can attack it. Yeah, so let's do that. And then we'll attack that. Scan again. Spike it. Digital destruction I am. The CPU's been spiked, the virus has been deployed. Well played, now let's get you out of there. The mission will end when the time limit ends or Fig walks to the exit zone. Okay. So we've done that. We've got stuff left. So let's go here. Let's go here. And let's do that. Scan it. There's nothing else going on. I think we've done everything we possibly could here. So let's disconnect. Get Fig over to the exit. Nice, nice, nice. Nice and quick. In and out. Fair wad of cash. Let's extract. In, out, slam the CPU. Within a heartbeat of the clock. Let's get you out of there. Time to ditch this hacker's hideout before you get pinged and things heat up. Nice. Nice quick one to start the episode off. So we've got 98k, so that's the reward minus Fig's salary. Got some XP. Fig didn't level up. What have we got? A bunch of dossiers and stuff. I think the patient dossiers might complete the set that we're trying to do. But yeah, no, very successful. Cool. So let's have a look at that then in the cold storage. So in terms of the sets, why did we not do the patient dossiers? One, 2, 3. That's 2. That's 1. That's 2. Right. Okay. Well, I'm getting how that works a bit more now. So the duplicate that's a lower value, I think we should be free to just sell that then. It's only 4k, but it all adds up. Dr. Ash is good. I think she does a lot of our medical treatments. I think she's a good one to keep on side. Load of sets. Dark invoices. So I think if we've got anything duplicated, corporate 2, is it Dr. Samdara's V-chip 2, 3, only got 2 of those. Gang memes 2, 3, it's the patient dossiers. Research report, I think we've only got 1 of those. And this one's not part of a set. This Underworld probe, so why don't we just sell that for a bit more cash. Let's go to potato. We're going to get into the spying cyberdecks and stuff in time. So these blueprints, I did a bit of researching on the wiki. And it seems that this this manufactory thing that you can build in your base, it seems to be intended as more of a mid-game type thing. And I looked at the costs involved, and I can see why. Like the base level construction for it is minimum 250k, and that's without like the sort of utilities and stuff going into the room. So it's expensive, which makes me think that some of these like quite basic blueprints we might be able to just sell, like get 10k for this, because I think by the time we have the ability to manufacture it, we probably don't want to. So let's do that. That's another 10k in, isn't it? So let's do Shaduk. Now these are the same. Now I don't know how it works. Like if you get a blueprint, do you just construct like once you've used that blueprint, does it expire? Does it get consumed, or do you get the ability to produce that thing from now on? I hope it's the latter. But these are the same, so I'm tempted to sell. Oh no, no one's interested in that. Okay, interesting. Maybe because it's a level 5, it might be that our contacts aren't trusting enough yet to do that. I don't see any other duplicates here. So we'll come out of that for now. Nothing there. Okay, so come out of there. We're still working on our rooms, so we're expanding the barracks, which will allow us to hopefully expand. Now I have to... So new recruit. To get a new recruit, I have to level up to module 2. And to do that I need 200k, which we now have the ability to do, but we have to wait for the tasks to finish. Yeah, one of which is upgrading our barracks to actually be able to take someone else in. So let's just let's skip forward in time a little bit. We're going to see the heat come down, hopefully. What we got? We've got the nano scrubber upgraded, so we've got a bit more capacity there for new facilities. That does mean this task is done. So I guess we could get started on... Yeah, okay, I'm just seeing if that had an inbuilt cost as well, but we definitely need this. We need to be bringing new people in, so let's upgrade that. There's a lot of our money gone, but it does mean that we're going to be able to recruit. So at the moment we're 7 of 8 at the moment, plus we're upgrading again, so we should get the ability to hopefully get a couple more people in, which would be good. Manage deck, I guess. Repair. 4k, yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, we'll probably upgrade to a better deck at some point, but they are expensive. I think like the next tier up is like 150k or something. So we got a task free. I'm just wondering if there's anything else we could be doing. Now the command room. Did I level this up? So the next one, we need to get this up. That's for another task though. Maybe I'm not that fussed about that right now. Cold storage room. What would that do? Nano pollution up. Maximum blueprints up. Maximum set size stays the same. So it's for 100k, it's a bit of an underwhelming upgrade, I think. Maybe wait until we got a bit more money. Just handy. Oh no, this was the upgraded Mercs room. So yeah, so we can get one more now. In fact, can I... Oh no, we need to wait for this to get upgraded. So we need to wait 6 days, and then that should be okay. Now for the next level up on this, again that's 100k, which we can't quite afford, but we need the cryogenic cooling. So if we do that, it's only 6k, takes a day, so we'll just prepare the way for making the barracks even bigger. Let's skip on. Right, what do we do? Oh, one recruit here. Oh, okay, we've got a new Vanguard, Karen McGillian. Now, if I was to train you and respec, I was hoping to maybe have a little more say in the classes that we had coming in. I can turn them down, of course. Let me consult my list of new recruits. Actually, hang on. Yeah, so the next couple waiting on my recruits list have asked for a gunslinger class and a soldier class. Particularly the gunslinger sounds interesting to me because we don't have one yet, so that would be kind of cool. Yeah, I don't know. I wish I could specify who I wanted. Like, another Vanguard is cool, but I haven't got anyone on the list who currently has an interest in being another one of those. Plus, you know, we do have one. Yeah, so let's have the conversation. Let's decline this, and then maybe we'll, you know, get another one in at some point. I think now that we have the capacity, maybe that's something they'll get fairly regularly offered to us. I guess we'll see. But let's have that conversation. Choose Karen. We're just going to say no to Karen. I'm just skipping through this. We'll read it properly if we're interested in actually taking the person. This is kind of their starting stats, I guess. It doesn't matter. don't want to recruit them. Now, the obligations are things that are apparently something you want to avoid. Do that. Not that we'd be... stay on ice for now. How do I just like decline them? So I'm not going to do this, but like for someone who's already on the team, do you get... Oh, dismiss. Tell you what, we'll welcome Karen on, and then we'll dismiss. So just dismiss. There you go. We lost Karen. That's fine. So we still got our capacity. We'll wait and see who comes next. I think once this is upgraded, I can use tokens to just generate someone, and I'm not quite sure how often we generate those tokens. I think it's something Blur does, but I'm not exactly sure on how the tokens work. Okay, so the barracks, I've done the prep for this, but I need 100k. I could sell stuff, but we already have one free spot, so let's not rush into that. Could get another trashed room going, potentially. We are going to have one spare. It's only 6k. Let's just get on it. I think if possible, we probably want to keep the HQ fairly occupied as much as we can. We're about to finish the legwork, see if Hades has been successful. We've got a job offer by the look of it. Okay, we'll have a look at that in a sec. Oh, it's a legwork job. Okay. Yeah, maybe. Let's do that now, because it'll obviously take someone out of the circulation for a little while. I need one of your mercs on a legwork to watch a smuggler's dock down on the old Mystic River. Sometimes the only way to get a really high priority shipment through is on one of the old rivers, the Charles or the Mystic. I've got a very special package coming into one of the docks on that toxic soup. I need you to keep it under tight surveillance. Now, I know Diego, he is one of our contacts, so I think generally our contacts come to us with stuff. Just watch it, no trouble? I'm sure there could be trouble. Those waterways are full of pirates and rats and all sorts of awful. Don't draw too much attention, but, you know, ward them off. Keep the dock open. I need your eyes on the place. If you get a feeling that someone's going to try and hit my shipment, we've got to call it off. But if you can scare them off, we can still slip it in. Alright, so we're going to do this. I don't necessarily need to know more details. So let's say yes. Now Hades actually has a really good chance of success. So I think actually, I think we'll delay. We may be able to help. We need a little time to get things sorted. We just need a day. He's given us an extra week, but Hades will be back soon. So as soon as Hades is back, we'll do that. So let's just push forward till then. Hades is back and tells quite the story. We need to all talk. Sounds like we may have good news to deliver to Boxer. I pulled duty in the belly this time, but I don't ever want to go back, Boring. The place lives up to its reputation. The people down there, they're staring into some deep, dark abyss. You don't want to look at it. But I was able to drag Melanie out of there alive. I found her in a Ricksham camp. I think if I hadn't shown up, they were going to kill her. I'll leave it to Melanie to explain what she was doing with those drug-running train hobos. Melanie needs to go home, not talk to me. Let's hear her out. It may be that she is less cooked in the brain pans than we've been led to believe. Let's make it quick. Hey Chopper, hey Boring, I'll go straight to the point. I owe you and I want to make it up to you. Of course, Boxer doesn't know anything about what I'm up to, so he paid you to come find me. Ha! But it turned out good. Real good. Okay, hear me out. I was in the belly to cut a deal with the Ricksham. They've got a new kind of juice coming up from Atlanta. It was going okay. They were going to kill you. Yeah, alright. Those Ricksham vagabonds took offense to me pretty good. I was cooked, but then they heard a sniper who works for a Cyberknight was coming down to check on the deal. Or at least that's how I spun it. That wrapped everything up real nice. And now you're looking at the only dealer in New Boston with the blue juice in her boots. Those crafty Ricksham bastards have been starving New Boston for red juice, not letting us get a drip. Turns out it was all a plan to make us want the new blue. See, I didn't even need anything from you. Hades already had my back, got me the deal. You go tell Boxer that I'm just fine. I'm not even using the stuff, not a drop. And then call me up. Just try a taste. Once all your Matrix cowboys and girls hear, they're going to be screaming at you about this new juice. We might just do that. Well, you played a fine part, Hades. The Rickshaw like to look tough, but they're the railway rats. They're railway rats, not soldiers. Once they heard who had my back, it got calm quick. Your good name, doing work boring. So I don't really know what this juice is. Okay, what is it? So the juice is going to be back on the streets. Melanie's rides as the Rickshaw basically cut off the supply to the red juice. For a while, every hacker was mixing up that stuff before plugging in. Sounds like the Rickshaw are getting ready to profit off all that pent-up demand. The powerful pre-hack narcotic powder gives hackers amazing buffs within the Matrix. For half of 2230, while red juice was available on the black market, the hackers who could afford it each had a pre-hack ritual based around ingesting the extremely sour powder. What about the Indie? Do we know it? What do we know about them? The Rickshaw are a small crime syndicate that lives on the train systems between major urban zones of the UNA. And with all the challenges to air and sea transport, rails is the most reliable and fastest way to get things around stateside. The Rickshaws don't get into moving big cargo and know how to stay away from mega corporate freight unless there's something really worth it. They move a lot of drugs, people and guns. But they don't do local distribution. I suppose Melanie is deep enough in the drug trade to have the street cred to walk into a Rickshaw camp. Melanie might have had the cred to walk into the camp, but she wasn't walking out. The Rickshaw were going to gut her when I showed up. Clearly, she was over-promising about being the only dealer in town, but she's a good source for now. And it's nice to have a connection who can deal with the Rickshaw. They're a ruthless little band of smuggling hobos, but there are new opportunities there. Ah, see that word there. Maybe Melanie made the mistake of calling them hobos. I bet they'd kill for less. I don't really get the positives and negatives of keeping out the part about the Rickshaw to Boxer. Let's just tell him. Time to give Boxer the news. We have to tell him about the Rickshaw. Melanie is safe and alive. We pulled her out before the real trouble started. Good. I knew you'd handle this for me, but what do you mean real trouble? Well, we've learned what Melanie Lou was doing in the belly, trying to cut a drug deal with the Rickshaw syndicate. I think if we hadn't arrived, they might have taken her for ransom or worse. Though, the Rickshaw live and operate on the rails between all the major urban zones in the UNA. If you're trying to move something illegally by train, you've got to work with them. They may be a small syndicate, but they wield a lot of power. Oh, that idiot. I'll speak to Melanie, but clearly that does no good. Are there any other loose ends other than Melanie's maniac death wish? No. Everything was handled and we didn't have to pay any large debt, so you're clear. Oh, thank you for your honesty. And for pulling her out of the fire. A ransom. That's the last thing I need. So we've gained four favours, influence and trust with Boxer for cleanly resolving the situation. Nice. Okay, so we look like we've got... Okay, what's this one? The nano... There's something about a nano fab. Is it something that's going to be given to us? Origami Joe. My insider is wanting to steal a prototype Jupiter nanofab stabilizer formula. Just loot the files in the set. It is a jealously guarded Jupiter Group secret for the moment, but it ain't likely to last. Someone else will steal it or crack the formula, and then the opportunity to bank on it dries up. I've shelled out a hefty bribe for the blue card worker to risk it all for this formula. What is it, Origami Joe? Megacorps are always trying to find ways to guard their blueprints better, to prevent just anyone from stealing and using them. The most common path is to formulate special stabilizing agents. Secret chemicals you need to dump in with your MBS cubes or result in physical molecules just won't set right. My bribed insider was able to sneak the formula out of the main lab to a nearby facility in 3 parts. I'll pay for any parts you can lift. So we're the last mile pickup. We might be able to do that for you. So he's offered us a loot file set job. Okay, we must canvass a facility, searching each of its loot boxes for the formula. We'll be paid per pay data file we can steal. Origami Joe's warehouse hijack is ready to be planned. Okay, so we got a bit of time. Why don't we get the legwork underway? So we're going to do it with Hades. 80% success rate feels pretty good. Yeah, I mean there's a good chance. There's a good chance of doing it. So let's get it done. Riverside vacation sounds toxic. Remember, Chopper, don't draw too much attention to yourself. Okay. So she's off for a week. Now, who's this? I might be on the edge of forging the German connection in the town. I just need your help. The newly landed Warner Brown leadership are strangers in this strange town. They're looking for somewhere to feel comfortable, safe, somewhere to relax a little and let their guard down. And maybe, most importantly, somewhere to grow their fledgling connection to the new Boston underworld. And what, have a few drinks and dance under the lights? Who doesn't want that, Blur? So you think your club can be that place, Owen? Well, if you were a fixture there, Blur, I know it could be the place. I've managed to get their attention and a few of the Warner Brown mid-levels have come by. But if the right whispers got around about who frequents my club, the face of a rising cyberknight, that could seal the deal. How are you sure Warner Brown leadership is looking to make underworld connections? Come now, they're rule-abiding Germans, but they're not stupid. They're very smart, very crafty, and they know you have to play the game if you're going to make it in this town. Does anything in New Boston get done without a syndicate, gang, or corrupt corporate officer getting a bite? So I play the bait, the gatekeeper to the New Boston underworld, plus some time off to relax, works a network. I think it sounds lovely. If we commit Blur to a stint at the club, we have a chance to send up to 2 other mercenaries. If we are not ready, choose to delay before committing Blur to the legwork. Okay. Let's have a look at what it involves. So there's 3 attempts, eventual guaranteed success. 75%. Yeah, let's get that going. The party will start when Blur arrives. Thinking big, boring. Oh yeah, this will be big. I know you were born ready for this, Blur, but get ready. We're going to go over the top this weekend. Let's see if we have the opportunity. So, well, I was going to say someone is going to... So the attempt is 10 days, but someone else is just going to get, like, a week, and we've got 9 days until our job, I think. So we could afford to send someone out to both. So why don't we send... Let's send Whisper, 78%. Damn, I don't know how I pulled this, Judy, but I'm not going to ask any more questions. And we can have someone else as well. Okay, so why don't we send... let's send Hacksaw. Damn, I don't know how I pulled this, Judy, but I'm not going to ask any more questions. Alright, so that's everyone we can spare. I will see you tonight, Owen. You better go get your club geared up for this party. Okay, so these guys have 7 days. We've got 9 days available. I'm not too worried about that because that means by the time we do the heist, this will be down back to sort of 28, 27%. Which, yeah, we want to get that down because the heat is making a few issues at the moment. Influence limit break. Let's just take that one. Yeah. Okay. Right, so now we can recruit. So I can use a chip, I think. So if I select this... Ah, ha ha ha. I see, we can specify who we want here. So I'm pretty sure the next person wanted to be a gunslinger. Let me just confirm that. Yeah, so we're going to take a gunslinger. No one's asked to be an agent yet, incidentally, if anyone is thinking of throwing their hat into the ring. I do have someone waiting who said they'd like to be a Scourge, but I think I've brought them in as a different class, so feel free to for someone to suggest that if they like as well. Right, we're going to go Gunslinger. It's going to cost us a token. That's alright. We've put out the call for a new Gunslinger. What did you find? The shadows always deliver something. I found a dangerous operator who has lost everything she had and is looking for a new crew. Quick introduction. So don't forget, we'll be customizing this character. My name's Ware. I'll be waiting for your call. Keep in mind the people who end up down here willing to join a Cybernite's crew. They've all got baggage, bad blood, someone hunting them. No one makes it this far into the shadows without a tattered record. The new potential recruit, Vara, is waiting in the roster for your review. Yeah, so we've seen how that works already. Let's have a look. So this would take us up to 8 were we to do it. Okay, so I was able to customize before we have the recruit conversation, so this is going to be Lime Humies. Again, Lime was the requested name. So once they have earned their code name, we'll change things around a little bit. But appearance-wise, I thought the outfit was kind of cool for a gunslinger type, long hair. I could have done sort of straight with like a side parting long hair, but I thought actually the kind of slightly curled mane looked pretty cool. They did ask for sort of full cybernetics. So because the cybernetics in the game are kind of limited to these kind of things that appear on their sort of temples, I've actually gone with like a more cyberpunky sort of style goggles and face mask combination, which I think works pretty well. Hopefully they're happy with that. But yeah, this is our gunslinger. So let's have a chat with them. Oh, I understand you ran a smuggling operation out of the wasteland, and then the leans, and then from within the dome. That's right. We were small but efficient crew. We could move anything as far out as the San Francisco radiation zone. We were family. Well, when the successes started to come, we knit together tighter. The 15 of us brought our people out of the slums in the Atlanta train tunnels and into the leans. And we did 2 years of work with the D cartel to gain a place inside the dome without having to scrap for it. But in the end, you crossed someone? Smuggling's a risky business. Sometimes the payload don't reach their destination. Sometimes it gets scooped by a rival or his own border guards. The realities of your business, but not something every customer is willing to believe. We got too big for our boots and stopped seeing the warning signs from customers if they waved enough money around. I shook hands on the fatal deal with the Rook Tech honcho, Corporate VP Anastasia Holston. I signed us up to die. When our smuggling run went belly up, Anastasia went all out war on us. I was in Atlanta when they firebombed our hang. The Rook Tech bastards' personal army gunned my people down. No one was alive when I got back, just a husk of what we had, just a lot of broken families. It sounds like you have revenge on the mind, Limey, and a powerful enemy, Lime, and a powerful enemy who might still want you dead. What makes you worth taking on? So we can pick a trait. So, Street Smart involves will, initiative, and more XP gained. That could be good. Cunning Improviser. Plus tech, plus legwork success. It can attempt any legwork with a base chance success of 40%. Maybe. We're going to have a lot of options for legwork, so I'm not too worried about that. Or a Deadeye Shooter. Plus 2 light weapons accuracy, so that's pistols. As a gunslinger, that seems pretty good. And long range accuracy with a sniper and a railgun. Well, I'm torn between Street Smart and Deadeye, I think. 2% accuracy doesn't sound like a lot. Versus gaining 6% more XP constantly. So I'm going to go with that. Plus the initiative's nice, and the will, I'm sure, has positive effects. I know all the ways of coming and going, the leans, the wastes, and more. I'm past Street Smart. I'm zone smart. I've climbed through so many holes and tunnels in the new Boston Wall, nothing's going to stop me from finding a way. In our line of work, that can be the difference between a score and a disaster. What do you think, Blair? I've got one more question. You worked for years, clawing your way up from nothing to a life in the dome before Rooktek burned that to the ground. We know you want revenge, but you didn't leave all that behind. What baggage aren't you telling us about, Lime? Before you answer, let me be clear. If you want in this company, trust is our baseline. So even if you don't like your own answer, it better be the truth. Okay, so we've got to pick a complication for their backstory. Okay. So a plus 5% pay rate, okay, but can be reduced over time by certain things. Even though my operation was wiped out, I'm still a known smuggler. Bravestar has a fat file on me and is eager to see me taken on. So basically a wanted sign on his head. Headhunters are going to start coming. Ooh, okay. Tell you what, we'll take the pay rate because that sounds like that can be mitigated. So that makes you a mighty expensive proposition along with your enemies. I could prove I'm worth it if you give me a chance. The pay rate is temporary. We can work it down over time. Oh, that would be important to give the business a team. Can't have the face making the most for long. Bad optics. Private word, Blair? What do you think? Everyone in this business has something haunting their past. We've got to keep that in mind when weighing a new recruit. So we're gonna welcome Lime to the team. Welcome to the team, Lime. Let me sling bullets for your crew a few times. You won't regret this. Okay, so we have Lime ready to train. So let's do that. Now, I haven't seen this class before, so let's have a look at what abilities they come sort of preloaded with. This looks good. Twin Iron. Fire both your pistols or revolvers at a single target using an average of weapon stats, but combined damage. Ooh, your attack is made with plus 15% armor shred. That seems good. So we can bring the cooldown down, which seems like a good idea. I like the idea of that. Something we're going to want to use regularly. Meanwhile, this will increase the armor shred. Well, let's do that for now. And this one gives us an extra use. It's tempting. You know, I'm going to take that. A gunslinger to me sounds like someone who's going to go in with two guns blasting at. What we got? Snapshot passive. If you attack with a pistol or revolver while covered by an enemy's reaction talent, Overwatch, you aim and fire so quickly that no enemy is able to interrupt, and you gain plus 10% crit chance until the end of next turn. So that's a passive. It gains a max charge. I guess once it's been triggered, you've got to wait 5 turns for it to be available again. Let's leave that for now. It's good. But let's see what else we have. Flush. Any enemy targeted, hit or missed by this attack is debuffed with minus 10% kinetic armor, minus 10% ballistic armor, and minus 25% cover bonus the remainder of the turn. Well, that's good, because I think we saw in that sniper mission, there we had one guy behind cover that gave him like plus 50% protection. So we could do something like this, and that, you know, sort of halve what they get from that. So what do we get from this? Wow, okay, make it more effective, or until the end of next turn. I like both those. Let's not commit right now, though. I might take 2 upgrades on that, though. Link Watch. Until your next turn, using a pistol or revolver weapon, gain plus 10-degree increased firing angle while taking up to a certain number of reaction shots. Your initiative... It seems good. Let's see if there's anything else we might build towards. Fanning. Rapidly cocking your revolver's hammer and firing. Attack multiple targets as if your revolver was a full auto weapon. With as many full auto shots as you have bullets loaded. Your attacks are made... Wow. That seems really good. Like actually genuinely really good. What's this? Finger trick. Buff yourself with ballistic damage. Every time you fire a revolver, instantly reload 1 bullet. This all seems pretty good. Scrare without triggering Overwatch. Thrown bullet. Ah, that's like a distraction thing. Okay, that's cool. This is more, maybe more like sort of stealth-based stuff. Versus, you know, sort of like, you imagine like a Wild West gunslinger type. Ricochet off the wall. Wow, these seem really good. I'm liking the sound of this class. Gun Carter. Fire both your pistols or revolvers in a wide firing arc, attacking multiple targets like a full auto weapon. So it's like a double fan, basically. Or like, we'll call it the John Wick. Damn, that's well. We've got to build up towards that. We could, Interesting. I can see a lot of potential here. Tell you what, which was the one I was going to upgrade? It was this one. Let's take more effective and more duration. We've got 4 unspent points. I think I'm going to work up to get fanning as well. So I could get... Oh, that's light weapons accuracy. Ooh, pure damage though is good because that goes through armor. And we get the actually there anyway. So what is that one? Yeah, let's go this direction. And I'm going to grab that. And we could reduce the cooldown time, which I will do. Awesome. Well, there's some nice abilities there, I think. Cool. Now, in terms of their loadout, I'm tempted to take a couple of revolvers. I don't have another one. I like the revolvers, though. They do big damage. Now, if I was to go into weapons, let's add a filter. I'm not really interested in level 1 items anymore. So what's at level 2? We've got a Mauler as a level 2 revolver. Does a lot of pure damage. I think I like this. I'm gonna invest in this. Yeah, we'll do Origami Joe. So let's equip. Tell you what, I might have to get rid of the silencer manually. So let's detach that. Add the level 2 mauler to the loadout. Now it can have a silencer. I mean, this is not a stealth class, I don't think, but you know, why not? We have 2 available, so it will reduce damage a little bit and range, but it will decrease noise. Oh, it's incompatible. There we go. We can't put the silencer on our revolvers. I mean, that makes sense, doesn't it? Okay, but he's got a nice gun. Welcome to the team, Lime. So we got, I think because of the way our heat is, I'm going to kind of maybe leave this warehouse hijack as long as I can. So we're just going to fast forward a bunch of stuff, see this legwork mission happen. Cleaned out a room. Let's just leave it. I'll stay a little longer. I left something in the booth. I better go back. You know we're waiting for you to come back, Hacksaw. We'll keep the tables warm, the drinks cold. Do I really have to come back? That one Bevan knows how to throw a party. Next time you hit a payday, Whisper, you better come down and celebrate with us. Damn good time, Hacksaw. Unforgettable, messy, just what we both needed. That was a rare chance. I don't know how the 2 of us lucked out to draw that duty, but I'm glad it was you, Whisper. Hey! Whisper and Hacksaw have struck up a positive relationship, a strong friendship. That's cool. I didn't even have to shoot any pirates, but the river was busy with all sorts of riffraff. I'm glad your runners came down to the docks, because that package was large, and giving off some weird hum. I hope you know what you're doing. Everything's in good hands now, thank you, Hades. So that was successful. So we gained 2 favors with Diego, and plus 20% influence, which is nice. Now, Blur is still on the legwork, so we need to do the heist first. I could leave it as long as possible. If I leave it another 2 days, that'll come down to 26% heat. But it doesn't seem like that 2% will really make much difference. Let's have a look at the job. Gold key loot. Restricted area protected by a gold key that cannot be accessed during the mission. It can only be obtained as leverage. Okay. Let's have a look. So we earn 25k for completing objectives. Extra 25% if you complete with a less than 2 sec level. I mean, we're going in, it's going to be 1. We get a lot of extra money for taking stuff. Receive 10 red. Red is good. That's kind of... gold is the best. Blue is basic. This is all for manufacturing stuff, so red is kind of the middle tier. So we kind of want that. If you send a message and kill at least 9. Oh, okay, so we can go loud and kill people. That's fine. A blue card, it doesn't sort of tie in with the less than 2 sec level, though. A blue card holder working at a Jupiter Group nanofabrication site has managed to steal 3 parts of a formula for a new substrate stabilizer required to finish the fab of Jupiter weaponry. Unable to get them out of the secure site, the traitor tucked each part into the facility's active lockers. Our work is making the last mile of the pickup by locating and stealing them. Alright, so let's go to mission planning. This leverage could be obtained from the following contacts if they are friendly. A counterfeit gold authentication token grants access to a restricted loot area. Yeah, I mean, I think we do that, don't we? I mean, that seems like a good use of a favor. He owes us 2, so we'll take that. We've already got that. We don't have 40k. So we already have this applied. Oh, no. Okay, it's not applied. Oh, this is one we actually activate. I get it. Take one of Diego's. Cancel any reinforcement for 2 turns. Yeah, if things get hairy, I think that's a good one to have. Alright. So. Hacking is optional, so we do want a hacker. Now, because boring isn't required, I might leave him out. So I want to take our gunslinger. I want to take Hades, who hasn't been out on a mission yet. I want to take... well, we're going to take Fig, obviously, if there's hacking involved. So I guess probably the... mind you, Vanguard is good, but counterpoint, they kind of want us to go loud and kill a bunch of people. Torn between Hacksaw and Whisper. I'm going to go Whisper because we might want to start fairly stealthy. Now we know this loadout's pretty good. We want to swap this, which actually is going to mean taking a look. It's a shame I can't just... I mean, there might be a way to do it that I haven't seen yet, but I think I have to go here to Lion and unequip his gun. I'll unequip the shock mine as well in case we're limited on how much of those we have. Let's go back in. Hopefully everyone's still selected. Yeah. So let's give you the level 2 rifle. She already has all its mods. She does have a revolver. I quite like a revolver. I don't think I've got any mods that work on it. No. Okay, so that's fine. He does have a shock mine. Okay. Now, do I have... wondering if did I buy a better sword for boring? I might have done. I honestly can't remember. So let's go and check. No, but he does have the grip, which adds accuracy, so... tell you what, if we could just take the mod off. I think eventually people are going to have sort of good weapons on their own, but at the moment we're kind of switching stuff around a little bit. There. So okay, so there we go. This is our team: Lime, Hades, Fig, and Whisper. And we're gonna loot as much as we possibly can. So this might get kind of hairy, this mission. The pieces of the formula we've been sent to find are hidden in the loot boxes throughout the facility. You think the turncoat could have just put them all in one place? Security in an experimental fabrication facility like this is wired up nice and tight, especially for the blue cards. What's the point of this stabilizer? A nanofab just needs cubes and the blueprints. Unless you need something more, every now and again Corps get the idea to modify their blueprints to require some proprietary agent to stabilize the output, a curing agent to fix the fab. It never lasts long. This new tech gets leaked or some cracker cracks it, which is why Origami Joe wants it so badly. He wants to be the one to sell it up to the street first. Scout ahead, plot a route, and keep your options open. Let's empty some loot lockers and find this formula. The 3 files are scattered throughout the zone's loot boxes. Plan a route to hit as many as possible. Once we have one of the 3 files, we'll be free to extract, but our payment does increase with each file. Okay, so we want to have a quick look at what we're dealing with here. A fairly large mission area, and we can see this might be the gold. Yeah, that's the gold key door. We can get in here and loot these, and we will do. Oh, okay. So these are the ones that add loads to the security score if more than one intruder is inside at the end of the turn. So if we pass through them, it's okay. Where else have we got? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 9 lockers, yeah? So we've seen them all. I don't know where we're going to extract to is the thing. Do we want to hit this area last, or do we kind of want to... is this going to be our extraction, or here? If we're just going back out the same way, it's not too bad, because either side is going to be okay. We're going to want to... oh, hackers. What's the little thing on that mean? I don't know. We might want to get Fig in there. Should probably be able to control a lot of this security stuff from in there. Yeah. Okay. We can... Yeah, tell you what, what's this guy doing? I don't have anticipation on the gunslinger. Hades won't either. Don't want to give up the turn because he's currently not hidden. Let's just come there for now and delay. Yeah, and we don't have any anticipation skills on Hades either, so I think we'll just tuck in here. Basically, I'm trying to hide from this guy. I mean, if this guy turns up here, we're screwed, but let's pretend that's not going to happen. A whisper. So we want anticipation on you. What are you doing? You're just sitting there. Okay, you're just chilling. We can do that again on this guy. You're turning... he's probably going to turn that way. End of next turn. I'm just thinking about getting Fig into here. We're going to want to deactivate this. Can be invisible when he's stationary. I think we sneak in there. Yeah, he may be seen. We could lure this guy to look away. So that's 1 AP. Do I really gain much? I'm wondering if he... Let's leave that for now. Let's cancel the movement. He's going to turn. I'm slightly worried about these guys, actually, if he's the one turning. But I can't do anything right now, so let's just delay that. Ah, he literally just flipped round. That's cool. So what I'm thinking is maybe take this guy out. And then use Fig's hide body skill on it. It's still okay. It's still our first turn. Well, this guy's wandered off. It's wandered off from the tour. So why don't we move Lyman a bit closer? End his turn. Hades, Fig and Whisper, I think are going to kind of head up this way. So let's take Hades and Lime up this way. We could get there. That'll do. She's going to want to get in and melt his body or whatever that looks like. And Whisper... I could move a little bit closer, I suppose, but I think I'm going to... End of next turn. Yeah, I think I'm going to jam you. And let's do the same on the laser wire. Hang on. Ah, he's not close enough. Okay, that's fine. That's fine then. let's end our turn. Is this guy still looking this way? He's actually acting... Oh no, he's... Alto. Which one's Alto? Is he... He may already have I think he's already acted this turn and he's done nothing, so... Okay, well, we've got Lime. This guy is kind of heading up here still. Lime isn't a silent killer, it must be said. I can... I think we get there. He's not getting heard, so let's do that. Let's loot the lockbox. Okay, nothing too extreme. And I'm not quite sure what this guy's going to do. I'm just going to tuck up behind these shelves there. I guess I'll delay the action, because he does have an action point left. Hades next. Yeah, everyone in the base will hear her if she takes a shot. Maybe a bit less with the revolver. I don't want to start those body clocks just yet, though. So, there we go. Let's just tuck up here behind Lime. Oh shit! Oh, is there an undo? I was going to ram that all the way up. Forgot about that. I wish there was an undo. I'm actually going to retry the turn. Because we want to stay stealthy as long as possible. I literally immediately forgot about that that thing. We haven't really done much apart from loot this locker. Oh. Right, we might as well end his turn now. So this time we won't move Hades in. Guess I'll move her as... I think I can move her to there. She's got movement left if that's not the case, but it is. What does her shot on this guy even look like? I'm going to delay that because I might want to do that. Let's not make a decision yet. Let's just delay that turn. Now, Fig, we want to delay because you're going to come in and get rid of that guy. This is his body. So, yeah, let's just yield until after Whisper. So with Whisper, we're going to want to... Let's load the sword ready. We're going to lure you to just look over there. I'm going to silence you. I'm going to come up here. We'll get an attack on this guy. I'm going to use this one. 89% is pretty good. Wow. 596 damage. I got an achievement for that. Okay, so Whisper's there. I think he'll be okay. But there's a chance he won't be, so let's just apply that, so at least he's not seen. Now I can't get Fig in there, but Fig's turn is going to be coming up and melting this body, so... Now, how does this work? Okay, if we come up to... one action point, that's okay. Let's do that. Let's do this, we'll apply it, so that's off the timer now. And that's looking good. Next turn we'll turn these off, and Fig can get in and do her thing in the Matrix. Oh, now he goes in there. That's interesting. Okay, so I just checked the time on the video, and this is actually an hour now. So I think it's fairly clear we're going to have to break this mission up across a couple of episodes. So, but that does mean when we come back next time, we'll be straight into it. Well, it's Hades' turn here. So I think, why don't we just end things at this point? Because once we come back, the guards are going to be going, and we might have to respond to stuff. So I'll just say thanks very much for watching. Looking forward to seeing how the rest of this heist plays out. Hopefully you are as well. Let me know in the comments how you think it's all going so far. Lime, welcome to the team. Hope you like your new look and everything. Let me know if there's any feedback on that. And, you know, if you're watching this and haven't yet subscribed to the channel, if you could do that as well, that'd be fantastic. So thanks very much, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.